Hello guys, and welcome back to a new Dragon City video. So today we just had the new High Sparkle Heroic Race, as they would call it, and he is actually quite an interesting dragon with Soul Primary and an interesting set of elements being Legend, Electric, and Sea. Now in this video I'll be covering the heroic race and making a guide about it, so if you are a new player or an experienced player, I would recommend you to watch this video. So let's get started. So if you may or may not know, the heroic race is of course a race, each lap consisting of 5 nodes. Now in each node there will be missions that you would do or complete to further then advance unlocking the next node to do more missions and unlock more rewards. Now if you want to see what the rewards are, click on the lap rewards on the bottom left corner of your screen and you'll be taken to this page. Here you'll see your rankings and the lap rewards. So here for the second lap you'll get 20 gems, a very rare egg chest from the third lap, and so on, best being the High Sparkle Dragon. And if you do manage to get all the way up to lap 30, you'll receive an ultimate chest, which is of course the best reward according to the game. But here the lap rewards that most people would be trying to aim for is the High Sparkle Dragon itself and the 18 lap, which will give you some orbs of High Sparkle Dragon, basically guaranteeing an E4 heroic dragon. Now I'll explain to you next how the rankings work. So heroic race, of course, a race. You'll be competing against 7 other players, so there's 8 players in one race total. So players can be both humans and AI bots, but most AI bots are just dumb and they just sit at lap 1 for the entire event. But here we can see that I am first place and my opponents haven't moved yet because this event spans for 11 days, which is quite concerning for some people who have jobs or school. Like me, I have school, not a job, just to clarify. But there are 2 ways of getting the High Sparkle Dragon. First, reaching lap 5 and qualifying. So you have to reach lap 5 or more to qualify, and then you'll have a chance to earn the High Sparkle Dragon. Now you'll actually get the dragon by actually, win the race and qualify by reaching lap 5. Or the second way, the guaranteed way, is by reaching lap 15 to guarantee the High Sparkle Dragon at the end of the event. So that is how the heroic race works. I hope you know by now. Now if you don't know, I have failed you and my life itself. But I'll be going through each task and stuff. So here we can see that I'm in lap 2 node 5, which these are the missions: get item by feeding your dragons and get items by breeding dragons. So here, feed dragon, let's find a habitat. Let's say this one with a dragon that I could level. Here I can just feed the dragon. You can just hold it, and here we can see that I have earned items to then pile on my my total items. Next is by breeding dragons. Now if you're stupid like me, filled up your hatchery 1 day before the heroic race, congratulations, you'll have to skip one of them in order to progress in this event. But here, the best way of actually getting the reward by breeding dragons, not the most efficient way but the most painful way, is by breeding 2 Terra dragons and hoping you get an item. I believe it's a 1 in 30 to 40 chance. I have no idea how long it is, but here you can just spam and click buttons for hours. Now me myself has experienced this, and one time I had to click 4 buttons individually for about 2 hours, which was quite painful, and it was for one digital version of a dragon, which is quite stupid of me. Now don't blame me, I'm already stupid, but I want to be more stupid. Who cares? But here we can see that I have not got the item yet, and if you do get all of the items, you will progress into the next node or the next lap if you're on node 5. Now every 24 hours you'll be able to activate a booster spin. Now a booster spin is free. You will spin this wheel for a certain amount of items to get the items for, of course. Now if you don't know what how these nodes work, I would recommend you to go check in a website called Ditlit. So here we can see that we have the High Sparkle Heroic Race. If you don't know how to access this, just search Ditlit. And here we can see that there are the currents event, and we can click here on the High Sparkle event. High Sparkle Heroic Race event. But wait, let's get in. Now if you click that anyways, you'll get into this page, which, you know, will show all the details, all the rewards, and the nodes. So here I'm on lap 2, node 5. Oops, let's close that. Lap 2, node 5, which is this one, of course. We have the feed dragons and breed dragon. Now if you don't know, there is a thing called a pool. Now a pool is, here we can see in this example that here, get items by feeding your dragons. I cannot get any more items because it is capped at 8/10. Now you may be asking, how do I get the other items or the 2 more items I need to complete this quest? The answer is simple. There is a waiting time. So here we can see, if I can't zoom in, but here we can see that feed dragons, it is capped at 8, called the pool. The total number you need to earn is 10. The wait time for one singular item is 19 minutes, and the total wait time is 38 minutes. And you'll also see the chance at the bottom, but that is just useless. So here I have to wait for 38 minutes in order to get the last 2 remaining items. Now if you see for breed dragon, we have the number that we need to earn is 2. The pool is 2, so we can just get 2 instantly without waiting for the pool. Now the wait time, this one is just useless if the pool is just equal to the number of the items you need to get. Minute time, no minimum, and chance, we don't care about that. Now the breeding chance, I'd like to clarify, it is not 10%, it is way lower than that. Try experimenting it for yourself, but I have past experiences and it is way lower than that. 2 hours to get 12 items, I'd say, so is probably quite painful for my hands and my brain. But this is how you access and read the node and the laps. Now there are multiple quests, first being feed dragons. Now feed dragons, you just feed dragons. You find a random dragon in your island and just feed it to get the necessary items that are required for you to progress. Next is gold. Now gold is just extremely simple. Just find a habitat with some gold, click on it, and there is a chance that you'll get items, just do that. I've built this just for the heroic race. I have no idea, but it was such a waste of time. I regret those 30 minutes that I've spent on that. Next quest being collect food. Now collect food, very simple. Go to your farms. It is these red buildings, and just collect and hope that you'll get an item. So my best recommendation for this for this quest, or this type of quest, is click on grow food, click on bluebell flower or bluebell bouquet to at least because it is 50 gold, which is quite cheap, and you have 30 seconds cooldown. And be careful to not click on the long timer foods, because if you do apply that on your farms, it is gonna set you back an extremely big amount in this event. So you need to be extremely prepared if you are determined, or to get this dragon. Now let's talk about our next quest, being breeding dragons. Let's just find a node. Okay, breed dragons. It's just simple. Click on it. Breed or rebreed. Breed 2 Terra dragons. Easy. But if you're too lazy to spam 4 hours, 2 hours like me, just do breed. Find 2 random dragons. Make sure it's common or rarity, or else it'll take 2 days, and again it could set you back massively. So here, to guarantee getting an item by breeding, you'll have to breed dragons that are not Terra dragons, and I believe have to be over 6 hours probably to guarantee the item. Next is hatching eggs. Now let me find a node. It's not here. Is it even in this heroic race? Let's do lap 6. Okay, here, hatch eggs. You can see hatch eggs you can get by, of course, hatching eggs. The best way to do this, and the most painful way to do this, is by hatching Terra dragons, and hope and pray to Jesus that you will, get an item. But if you want to guarantee it, you will need to hatch a dragon that is like 6 hours to hatch, which can be quite time consuming, so that is why I recommend using this method instead. And do I have any more? Okay, these are the 2 hardest quests in my opinion. First being league battles. League battles being simple. You click this button, the battle button at the bottom of your screen. Click on it, and of course, leagues, quest arenas, it is, league battle. So go to league, common sense, and you will have to combat, fight with your team, and fight other people. Now you don't know what these people, the teams of these people are, but the dragons are capped at level 40, so you should be able to kick these people asses very easily if you do have high level dragons. And lastly, being the hardest one in my opinion, or not the hardest, being the most time consuming one, is of course battling dragons. Now battle dragons, if you don't know what it is, so here it'll be a node. Let's imagine there is a node called battle dragons here. It'll say fight, and you click the fight button, and you'll just see your opponents, and you just have to fight. And of course there is a cooldown, so this is where I recommend you to use your your booster spin thingy if you are a high level player and you can, manage your leagues by yourself. But if you are a new player and you cannot win a single league battle, I would recommend spinning the booster wheel on the league nodes. That's what I did when I was a beginner player in Dragon City. But now I just like to spin for for the battle dragons node, and that is how you would have the best chance, of course, to get the reward in a heroic race, whether you are an old player, a new player, or a returning player. I have hoped this helped, and I have hoped that you haven't judged me as being a stupid idiot, and I'll see you in the next video.